to my little YouTube channel. So today's November the 15th and it's about 10:30 AM and the temperature is, if you can see that, is 8 degrees. Next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm expecting -1 and 2, and then it goes warm again. So so not too sure what to really do, but we'll have a look around, see what's happened anyway. Obviously things have been packed up here. Look at this Sikkimensis. This is from spring, got it at spring, and as you can see, it's trying to grow a new leaf. The others have been battered around a bit. I've got some pink chinas at the bottom here, which have been sprouting around all over the place, and we just throw old vegetable matter down there to rot it. Got a little one over here, that's one of the cuttings. Cordlines, and over here canary date palm, which is really come out this summer. It was battered a bit if you looked at my previous videos, but it's growing okay. It's on wheels so I can move it around. The bad news is my cannas, they all suffered the virus. All of them have suffered the virus. So slowly but surely I've been getting rid of them. What I've been doing, I've read online, is that you've got to get rid of the dirt. So there's one pot there which is actually damaged. There's the dirt here, which I've got to get rid of. There's a damaged pot. Also, I suppose what I read is that when you get rid of the dirt, you then got to, I've got some disinfectant here, disinfect the pots. So I've got some pots here, I've got a few bottles of disinfectant to wash out and clear out. So I've got a couple over there, I've got a couple in the ground actually, which I need to dig out. So yes, unfortunately they all got the virus, so I'm slowly but surely taking them out, and unfortunately I've been damaging the pots as well. But these are only plastic, they're not really rattan as such, so no hardship there done. Yeah, so this orange one for instance has still got little buds trying to come out, but it's got the virus. And the tools I've been using, I've been sterilising with sterile cloths, so I'm not passing it on, but it's all too late now. So yeah, so yeah, all the cannas are got to be get rid of, so I've got to empty all these pots, get rid of all the dirt, disinfect the pots. As you can see, the virus there, that's still trying to come out actually. These ones have had their day. Got to dig these up as well. So more pink chinas down the bottom there. These are for cuttings actually, down here, cuttings. Trachy's doing okay. This is, I said, this has got to come out. This Waggy's doing really well here, I think I mentioned before. So over there you can see everything's overgrown, but it doesn't matter, right? Isn't that now? But bananas here, yeah. So the bananas are obviously all taking a battering, and you can see some new leaves are trying to come out because it's been pretty mild really, but it's supposed to change for a couple of nights. So I'm debating whether or not to wrap them now or wrap them maybe during the week, because I think -2 for a -1 is not really that cold for them, just for one night. So see what I can do with that one then. See, that leaves is gone. There's a Sikkimensis there. Yeah, so it's sort of like everything's coming to an end. The pups are there, several pups on that one, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a new leaf trying to unfold there. So there's another one trying to unfold there. So they're still trying to pop out new leaves, even though it's not been really sunny. It's been mild. So yeah, so I suppose what I'll do next week, I've got a bit of time I think on Tuesday, is to maybe wrap them up. But it's only for 2 nights. Excuse me, only for 2 days apparently. Then it gets a bit warmer. But I know other parts of the country are expecting snow. But I'm honest, I was going to do it today, Friday, but look, see, they're trying to unfold more leaves. That one's unfolding there. My Sikkimensis over here is leaning towards me for the sunlight, but I think I'll sort that out for next year, so I'll wrap that up. I'll do the same process as it worked for me last year, so I'll do the same process again. I use insulation and a fleece and a bit of bubble wrap on top so the water doesn't get in. So that's my B&M Trachy there. Got new fronds this year. This has got to come out, dig it out of the ground. Yeah, I only found out really late on that I had the virus, really. So I let them flower and do their thing. And another one's going to be dug out. So all the salvias are still hanging in there. I can't remember which one this was, but it's still there. It's walking around the middle bit here. That Cordline's done quite well there, actually. Crocosmias need to be cut back. It's getting there, they're getting browned off. You can see from this side there's a new leaf trying to unfold. There's one that needs to sort of dying off there. I'll wait till they go a bit more brown. This side, which is north facing, Japonica. Japonica, this is rhododendron, had for years. Looks like it's budding out a bit actually. Hostas are cut back and mulch over now. Got some big leaves in there and some grass cuttings. That's what I did last year. And this Japonica over here is doing well. Not too sure what to do with the Japonicas. They're in pots, and I've got a couple of big ones at the back there, so I'm not too sure what to do with them because they're going to grow out the pot, outgrow the pots, I assume. So yeah, so the bananas, going back to my dilemma, my personal dilemma, is that next week, couple of days are going to go a bit cold, -2s or 1s. It may damage the leaves, but I don't think it'll damage the pseudocym, because I think it'll take a little bit more than that. But it's obviously got to get closer to getting wrapped up. I noticed on Facebook groups people wrapping them up already. So I can't remember when I did them last year. Yeah, so another canna there. Got to dig up. See, I never noticed the leaves really. I thought they're just the way they were. But see, that one looks perfectly okay. But the others have that streak. Yeah, so that's what's going on and not going on. So all my cannas in the pots were over this side, but slowly but surely I'm sort of emptying the pots, getting rid of everything, and I'll disinfect the pots. That's what the Facebook groups are saying. So yeah, so that's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. They're easy enough to get. I get from the same supplier. I don't think it was a supplier. I think I don't know how I got them, to be honest with you. I'm not going to blame the supplier. I got them from 2 different suppliers. But yeah, they're still budding out. And this one's still trying to push another leaf in. And these pink China's doing quite well here. They've got loads of runners. In fact, I gave one of my neighbours a cut in a pot of cuttings. You can see there, look, some new runners. I said we just throw banana skins and old bits and pieces, old apples or whatever in there, they can rot in there. This is on wheels. So my plan is, when I wrap this up, is to put it under the canopy here. While it's this short or not so tall, once I chop off the leaves, it'll go underneath the canopy. But I'll wrap it up as I've done the others. Saying that, we did have a mild winter last year. But yeah, so that's what's going on, or not going on really. Not much at the front. The trek is doing okay. But yeah, the main bit here, I'll let it do its thing right. I didn't cut anything back. I'll let it do its own thing. But I'll once I get into the bananas and wrap them up, I'll trim everything back. So what I'm planning to do in my head is that these Cordlines will eventually outgrow these pots. So what I'm planning to do is, what I've done in those corners there is to cut one corner over here and put one there, and cut the other corner over here and put one there. I'd like possibly put a trachy here, but there's quite a lot of wind coming from down that little alley bit there, so, and that would just damage the fronds. Same as if I put a banana there, because it's so windy there, it would damage the leaves. So the Cordlines, so think about cutting the corners, the two corners, and getting rid of these two Cordlines and plant them. And then in this space here, obviously I'll get some more Cannas, and I'll get one of the pups, which is quite a lot growing now on the bananas, put it in a big bucket like this on wheels, and have two bananas growing here over a table, which is over there right now. So I'm thinking aloud. But yeah, this is the old dirt which I've got to get rid of. So I've damaged some of the pots when I was trying to get the dirt out. As you can see, the roots of these Canna lilies are really established in there. Yeah, so on Facebook group I've read that you've got to get rid of the dirt and you've got to disinfect everything, and all the tools you've got to disinfect that if you're cutting, so you don't pass it on. So I have sterile wipes which I wipe the tools, the tools that I use to cut back and stuff on the Cannas. Yeah, so it's going to be like this now for 6 months, is it now? So yeah, just a quick video, an update on what's going on and not going on, and my little story about my Cannas. And obviously I need to cut back some of these pink Chinas as well. That one's gone. But this was cuttings, so I took a little runner from the parent plant, and it's done very well here. That's the same cutting. I've shown you the cuttings before, dotting around the garden. Okay, so I'll catch you a little bit later on. And I'll catch up with you all later on when I do the wrapping, show the process I've used again for the wrapping, because I think I'll be doing that next week, I think. Alright, let's have a quick look at the front then. These two Chamaerops are doing fine. That's got to go. This Trachy's doing fine, all new funds last year. Ferns are okay. This Chamaerops is not doing very well at all. It got damaged last winter, I think, as you can see with the spots. I have treated it with antifungal stuff, but it's not sort of doing so well. There's no spear pull. I think if we have a severe winter, that'll probably go. The rest are okay. The rest are growing. New fronds, just that one over there. But Chamaerops are so easy to get hold of anyway. But this one has got new fronds growing over here for a year now. It's taking shape. And these two over here are doing okay. You can see it's growing from the side, that one. That one's obviously got the damage from the winter, but it's all got new fronds growing through, as you can see. It depends on the winter we get, doesn't it really? Because last winter we had a real mild one. That Canna's got to go, again affected by the virus, I believe. So I'll get rid, at least it's in a smaller pot anyway. There's the front. So today is Tuesday the 19th of November, and my plan today and tomorrow, because I've got some time, was to start wrapping. But today, as you can't see right now, but we had a light smuttering of snow this morning. Everything was covered with just a light bit of snow. It's 3.5 degrees right now. It's supposed to get a little bit warmer actually, but I've got a bit of time on my hands today, so my first job I'm going to do is to wrap up this Sikkimensis here. This is a little, I got it as a plug this spring, so that probably needs protection first. The pink Chinas I'll cut back, lay it all on in the pot there, give some kind of protection. So yes, that's my plan, and I'll see how the rest go along today, but I'll do this one first. So this is my garage, so I've got everything all ready really. I've got the fleeces large size, small size. I've got the insulation from last year in this box, and I bought 2 new rolls because I got more bananas. Fleeces there, some more fleeces here, black covering there, excuse me, some Phormium sacks there. So yeah, and fleece is still wrapped up. So I've got everything ready, so just a case of cracking on now, isn't it? So that's phase 1, pink Chinas, and I've got the leaves in there. So that's phase 1. So the first part is wrapped up, so that's the insulation done and wrapped around with some cable. I put the old leaves at the bottom there, so it's under a canopy, so I don't need to put bit of bubble wrap or anything on top for the water going. It shouldn't come in there anyway because it's under a canopy. So the next thing is, now I've wrapped it up, is to put a fleece or two over it. That's the next stage. I put a fleece bag over. As you can see, it's a bit short, so I'm going to double fleece it with another one. I've got quite a lot of fleeces, so I don't think it's a problem there. So I put a bigger bag to cover the bottom there a bit. So this one is now double fleeced. It's got the insulation. I put the old leaves on the top. It's under a canopy, so if anyone's going to survive, it's got to be this one, right? It shouldn't get any water on top, and it's got some protection on one side of all this other stuff here. So this is what I did last year. So that's one. So that's Sikkimensis. That's what I got as a little plug. So I'd like to preserve that really. So yeah, I put all the old leaves and the pink China's all cut off. All the leaves in there. This is actually on wheels, so I can move it around. So I've got to move on now to the next one. So that's what I managed today. It's 3:45 now. It's getting a bit chilly. So yeah, so I've got the main one and a couple of pups. There's about 3 in there. All got the insulation around, and they've been double fleeced. I had a big green one, and I had a couple of big yellow ones. So in there's another 3, the main one and about 3 pups, all again with the insulation and fleeced and double fleeced with the big bags. I had the bags already. I can't see them from the house, so that don't concern me too much. And this is what I'm left with, which I'll leave tonight. So tomorrow, God willing, and weather not raining and stuff, I'll tackle over here. That one over there's got a number of pups there, so that's got to take some doing. I've got 2 Sikkimensis somewhere in there to sort out. But what I've done is the bubble wrap's just on top. I did that last year. I've got the bubble wrap inside there. It's just on top, so if any water coming in, I do cut the top at an angle, so the water, if it does get in, should drain off. When I was cutting the stems, everything's all nice and green still inside there. So there's about, I think there's 1 adult and about 3 pups, 1 adult and 3 pups, all double fleeced with the insulation. This is sort of what I did last year, so I'm just following last year's steps and see what happens. So I said tomorrow I'll tackle over here. I may run out actually of the installation, which I think is about £20 a roll. This installation. I've got one there. I've got one there, but I don't think it's going to do the back, so I'm going to have to pop out in the morning and get some more of those. I've got 2 large green ones, sacks, a couple of big yellowy ones, a couple of big white ones, smaller fleeces, a lot of loose fleece, bubble wrap. I only use the bubble wrap for the top, so I know some people put a bucket or something on top. I just put bubble wrap on top. Oh, look at them, all going. Goodbye, they're all going away, they're all going, follow the sun. Can I come? One out, all out. The union. Oh, I wonder if the camera's picked that up. I can't see it on my viewer. But anyway, one out, all out, all following the sun, going to a nice warm place, I guess. So that's the middle aisle done. So I said tomorrow hopefully I'll tackle the back, but I need to, I think, to get a couple more rolls of this. And I've been using wire to tie things up, and I'm running out of bits of wire, so I'm going to have to get some thin electrical wire or something from B&Q. But yeah, so it's getting a bit chilly now, so I'm going to leave for today and pack all this stuff away. I'm going to leave all the rubbish out in the grass, can't do my arm, and I'll have to get rid of that another day. So it's Friday the 22nd, and it's 5 degrees, and I managed to completely wrap my bananas now. They were wrapped over 2 days, this Tuesday and Wednesday. I actually ran out of the insulations, had to get some more, so there's Sikkimensis in there and an also Basjoo's in there, a couple of pups, and that's just a Musa Basjoo and a few pups in there. It's got the insulation and it's double fleeced. Got a big bag there, so it's all zipped up and pulled. And if I turn around, I did the same thing Sikkimensis is over here. That's got that's double wrapped with the insulation, and the other banana over here. There's a couple there. I've actually cut them to the same height. I found it's much easier. I should have done it over there, but obviously the same height is much easier to put the fleece on. So that's double bagged with the insulation, and this is double bagged with the insulation. And inside on the top there's some bubble wrap so the water doesn't go through. So it's inside. On that one I'll put it on the outside, but in the main they're on the inside of the fleece, just the tops, and another Sikkimensis there with the bubble wrap on top. That one that's single wrapped. I may have to get another fleece to double wrap that. And as you can probably see at the bottom, I'll pull that. You can see the insulation there, because the height, one's high. I should have cut it the same height as I did there. Found it much easier. So the other things I've got to do, then there's some old leaves there on the ground. I've got to chop back some of the stuff here. It's dying off now. Persicarias are just hanging in there, so I have to chop that way back. This Canna's going because it's got disease. I've got to dig that one up, and I've got to dig that one up. So the Persicarias all over the place around the back, so I've got to cut them right back. They're from last year. Salvia. Some of the salvias have gone. Some of the salvias are still there. I can't remember what ones they are though. And over here, the salvia looks like it's coming to an end. I can't remember which one this is called, to be honest with you. And in there I've pulled out some Crocosmias. I'll go back in there and then chop them right back. They regrew from last year. So these salvias are still there, with a purple flowering. This Canna I've got to dig up, as that's disease. I said dig that up. And the other one's on this side. This is Persicaria. You can see the frost has got to it. And this Canna needs to be dug up. And this salvias are still okay. So yeah, some work to do with the Persicarias and some Crocosmias to cut them back. And so these Cannas need to be gone. These three. That's all the rubbish I've got left. Got to go to the tip. Obviously, I've been using the pots to stick these things in. So I can go to. In fact, I'll do that today. I'm off today, so I can do that today. These are old leaves and old bits of the bananas and etc. etc. That I need to dig out that pot. Again, it's diseased. Yes, I managed to do it on Wednesday actually. Started on Tuesday, and I finished it off on the Wednesday. So apart from cutting some of the stuff back to the ground, there's not much else I can do really. And then slowly but surely I've got to get rid of all the dirt for these Cannas and all this stuff here. So I'm hoping to get rid of the majority of this today actually. And that's, well, it's not causing me any stress right now. So yes, that's the winter hibernation now for the next 6 months. It worked last year, touch wood, hopefully it works this year, but again, I said it before, last year we had a really mild winter. There's another storm approaching apparently, so we'll see what that brings. But yeah, we had hard frost, I think it was 2 days ago, but it was all wrapped up by then, and a little bit light frost today, but last night for today. So we're getting into that period now, last week in November, starting into December. We don't expect the weather to be too good, but it's 5 degrees, the sun's out. So yeah, so that's my winter preparation for bananas. So I just need to cut back some of the other stuff, and what I'll do is I'll put the dead stuff, debris on top of it as a mulch. Again, I did that last year. So anyway, okay, any comments, that'd be great. Catch you later on.